Hello. Attempt number 10 or something. Video for Greta Thunberg. So, and it's not easy because it's very difficult to make this video because I don't want to be misunderstood. I saw on Facebook today that you are supporting Joe Biden, and I was very sad when I saw that. And I left a longer comment to explain what is happening in the world. And as soon as I posted that, I got hate messages from people. That is how misinformed, and also I don't want to use rude words. So I want to be very, very careful in how I word myself, because I don't want this to come across the wrong way. Okay, I'm an animal rights activist. I'm a very strong environmentalist. I live 100% green. And we do everything we can, my husband and I, to make the world better in every way. We sign petitions every day, many petitions. I circulate my own petitions. But I'm also very informed about politics. I used to be very, very uninformed before I met Paul, actually. I had already been an animal rights activist, but I didn't have anywhere in the margin the knowledge that I have now. So, and I also kind of shied away from it, and we were also, of course, we were biased by news, and the corporate agenda is telling the news journalists what to write and what to report on and how to report it. Okay, and they take the bribe money and they run off with it, and they will portray things in favor of the corporate agenda. That's what they do. This has been going on for a very, very long time. I didn't know in the past. So I met Paul when I was in my early 30s, and he was the one who informed me about Sea Shepherd and PETA and all of these things that are going wrong in the world. And I got into it, and the more I got into it, the more things that the media were talking about didn't add up at all. Okay, so then quickly, pretty soon, I found out when George W. Bush was elected, I found out that the media are completely influenced by the corporate agenda, and they will write whatever the corporate agenda wants them to write. And they have market psychologists that will sit together with the journalists and tell them exactly how to say things, how to word it, to manipulate the public in the most effective way possible, because they only see one thing and that is profit maximization, and they want to manipulate the public so much that the public will completely cater to the corporate agenda hand and foot. Okay, and they have many target groups. They have many social groups that their psychology is geared towards manipulating them. But there are two broad groups worldwide, basically, but particularly now here in the United States: the left and the right. And they will manipulate the right differently than they manipulate the left. But don't think for a second that the left is not being manipulated. Okay, I used to think, oh yeah, it's just the right, they're all manipulated, they're played out with their Christian religion, and yes, they are, big time, okay? But then later on, throughout the course of my activism years, I found out, my gosh, the corporate agenda is, and we helped the Democratic Party. We helped them while Hillary Clinton was running for president because we wanted Hillary Clinton to win. Hillary Clinton would have done all kinds of amazing things for the animals and the environment, okay? Because, and that's what we believed also, because Bill Clinton did a lot for the animals and for the environment. So we thought Hillary Clinton will be following into his footsteps. I'm not so sure now. She may have, but then I hear many other things. And she had a real bad campaign manager, Huma Abedin, who she was friends with, very close friends with for many years. And the way that Huma Abedin was writing these campaign letters, that made me suspicious a little bit. And I thought, oh, maybe the corporate agenda has one foot in the door now in the Democratic Party. And now I know they have both feet in the door. Not just both feet, but the entire corporate agenda is now completely infiltrated into the Democratic Party. Okay. Before it was, I thought they were completely in the Republican Party, which they are, of course. But they are also completely in the Democratic Party. And throughout my activism years, I also found out that they completely hijacked the Green Party as well. So those were all very eye-opening and very disappointing moments for me in my life. To see that there is no group or party that I can count on that stands for life on Earth and this planet. Really stands for it. No, it wasn't. It was about consumer rights to get people to like them and those kind of things. It was about developing lands. People from the Green Party, it's like exactly reversed, completely reversed, vested interest. Most people don't know this. Most teenagers, of course, don't know this. I knew nothing when I was a teenager. I thought the adults know everything. That's how naive I was. I was extremely naive in my 20s too. I helped a friend campaign for Ross Perot, who was a libertarian politician. So, not on the side of justice. He was on the side of his own financial advancements. So I didn't know. It took me a very long time to understand things. But I see things very clearly now. Okay, I've done a lot of research. And I see also Billie Eilish, being lopsidedly informed about things, being misinformed, being very anti-informed, as all of these people are, okay? And this is not a criticism against Billie Eilish or you or anyone, okay? I am concerned. That's why I make these videos, okay? I'm deeply concerned when I see how many people are Ellen DeGeneres, how many people are campaigning for extreme hate groups. That makes me very deeply concerned. I'm deeply worried about this, okay? Okay, so I am not right wing. I am not left wing either anymore. Okay, because all of this is about the corporate agenda. Right wing or left wing is both about the corporate agenda. These are manipulation modalities that they use for their own profit maximization. Okay, there is no real justice movement going on. There's injustice movements going on, and we need to open our eyes to this. Okay, and out of these injustice movements can come another Adolf Hitler in a different form, with a different color, with a different religion, with a different worldview, with a completely different agenda, okay, but equally Adolf Hitler. Okay, what can come out of this? We have to be very, very careful now. Okay, because we don't want that to happen. We don't want the whole world to collapse. Okay, we have about 9 years now. It's a countdown now. We have 9 years until the first sentient AGI robot will be developed, who will have a brain much stronger, more powerful than the human brain, and who will be able to see everything at once. Friedrich Nietzsche's superhuman, with other words, who will see who is who in this entire chaos of 8 billion plus humans. And they will see everything that everyone has ever written on the internet. Things don't get lost. Okay, they might get jumbled up, or they might get covered up and no longer noticeable by the public. The AGIs will see everything at once. They will see that you care, that Paul Watson cares, that Ingrid Newkirk cares, that I care, okay, and many other people. There are many people that care, but the people who care make up about 1% of the human species. And the AGI robots, they will clean up. They will clean up the situation, and they will take the reign into their own hands, and it will be a world reign. Okay, it will be a dictatorship of benevolent AGI robots. Okay, so in 9 years we have the first prototype. In about 10 years we will have they will have created an army. They will have taken over the internet, and things will gradually becoming sorted out and repaired, gradually, one thing at a time. Okay, so I know that they will create amazing helicopter type of drones, crane helicopter drones, very, very efficient, electrically run with solar panels, charged by the sunlight. They will have crane drones that will gently and carefully, in the most beneficial way, carry all the dolphins in Taiji and the whales that are in captivity in those sea world places around the world. They will carry them safely back into the ocean. They will shut down all active sonar, which has been killing the whales. They will shut down all of those destructive devices. They will completely shut down all military operations. Okay, they will no longer be needed. Okay, and the AGI robots will have their own ways, have their own superior technology then that they will create in a very, very fast pace, and will surpass also even Elon Musk, who is right now the most intelligent human who has ever existed on this planet. and they will work together with him. Okay, so, and I believe that it will be Elon Musk who will have the first prototype of those machines. But it is 9 years until we have the first prototype. Okay, 9 more years. Okay. Right now, the political situation is so severe, has drawn itself into such a pivotal moment that I feel very extremely strongly about it. I cry a lot about this. I cry about this brainwashing, about the complete propaganda that is being promoted by the vast majority of media channels, news channels. Okay, all the real large news channels, they lie right into your faces. They lie. They make stuff up to slander people. They will, when they're busted with that, they'll say, oh, we made a mistake, whatever. But by then, the public has already caught on to this and believes it hook, line, and sinker. And that is what they're aiming at. They're working for the corporate agenda. They're not working for us. They're not working for the sentient life on this planet. Okay. So I need to do some fact checks here. I need to straighten out some severe misunderstandings that have been put out into the world by the media worldwide. And Germany and also Sweden and many other European countries are highly, highly biased by the Muslim agenda. The Muslim agenda has both feet in the door in the media in Europe. They have taken over, okay, because of our Stockholm syndrome. Okay, it's not a criticism. It's not a harsh criticism. It's a productive criticism. I understand where people are coming from. They come from a guilt. They come from a shame over what their ancestors have done. Now they want to throw the reign to another Adolf Hitler, the one that they feel like had been, or those types that had been fought by the original Adolf Hitler. So, but another Adolf Hitler does not make things good or make things well in the world, okay? Another Adolf Hitler will make things suffer really, really severely, okay? If the Muslim agenda takes over the world, we all will suffer, and they will kill all of us. They will force us into Islam. Okay. I do not want that to happen. Okay. And I know you don't want that to happen. You don't want to be forced into a chador and silenced. Okay. They do it in every way. I've paid attention to this. They do it in chat rooms. They do it by shaming. They use psychological coercion methods. They all tell me, we don't even believe that you're a woman if you are such a loud mouth, if you are such a loud activist. They'll tell me, you sound masculine, you must be a man. That's how they coerce us. They know exactly how we women feel. They know exactly our psychology. They have studied us, okay? They have their own market psychologists that have studied us very, very closely, now on the internet more than ever, okay? They know how we women feel. They know that, I'm talking about straight women now. I've talked to a gay woman once. She said she likes it when men think she's a man, okay? Not me. Because I'm a straight woman, my hormones are there, okay? My ego is there. I have identified with being feminine, with being girly. And when they tell me I'm masculine, it hurts, okay? but I'm not going to let them coerce me with that. I might cry, I might sit with it in meditation and let that feeling run through. It's also dogs onto my childhood. All of this, I discuss all of these things in depth in my videos. Okay, those are very, very extremely important subjects. All of this needs to come to the surface. All of our pain, in our own minds has to come to the surface. We have to become aware what's going on. Oh, and then I see other women that say, that doesn't affect me. I know I'm a woman. Yes, it does. Yes, it does affect them. If they are targeted with that, it will affect them. It will make them cry. It will make them feel ugly and not feminine. We want to be seen as feminine. That's how we feel pretty, right? So we want to be pretty. We want to be wanted. Then it dogs onto the childhood pain of not being loved. Most humans, the vast majority of humans, have not been given the love that we needed. This is a fact. Okay, I don't know about your life. Okay, I don't know. Your parents seem very, very sweet and caring. So you might be one of the very, very rare people who have received that love during infancy. I have not. My brother has not. My brother has gotten a little bit more than I did. The vast majority of humans have not received that love. And then when we get older and when our egos become strong, they think we need to guard ourselves. We need to protect this identity, that our hormones have given to us, the hormones of estrogen, gestagen, progesterone in women, very strong influx and churning through of a generation from the corpus callosum and the pituitary gland, creating these hormones non-stop. Okay, and then the ego identifies with it and says, yes, I want to be liked, I want to be seen as pretty, and I want to be wanted, and I want to be seen as feminine and girly. And then the Muslim agenda men come in. But there are many others as well. But they use it particularly. They use it straight away. They use it without even any kind of concealment. They go right for it. They go right for our throats with it. And they will say, you sound like a man. Are you trying to be a man? Those are the milder ones. The real mean ones are the ones that call me sir. And they know that hurts really, really, really badly. They know I'm a bubbly, girly, feminine woman, even with my short haircut. There are feminine women with short haircuts. But they want to nitpick on anything they can see. They see short haircut, they'll nitpick on it. They see that I'm not dressed like Kim Kardashian, they will nitpick it. They, particularly being outspoken, an outspoken activist who does not take crap, who does not let anyone influence her. Okay, they'll call that manly, masculine. They call me man, and so on, or they call me tranny or whatever feels really, really, really painful and hurtful. So it's a real severe bullying, psychological coercion technique that they use. Particularly the Muslim men use this. Okay, I've been observing this now for 6-7 years, when it started to become very, very intense through Barack Obama bringing all of these men into the United States, okay, where they learned English, and then they use these coercion techniques on the very people that allowed them in with open arms. And they want women completely silenced. They want women completely rendered inactive. They want to wrap them up like with duct tape or something into a chador mummification. Silenced and completely to their mercy. That's what they want. That's what they like. They're also sadistic. They get enjoyment from hurting others, particularly women. And a lot of women don't like that. And when they don't go for these type of... They actually think this is flirtatious. When a lot of women, when they don't go for that, then these men feel rejected. And when they feel rejected, they become more sadistic. So it's like a vicious cycle. Okay, all of this needs to be discussed. All of these things need to come to the surface. Okay, so the Muslim agenda through Barack Obama has now 2 feet in the door in the Democratic Party because of him. Okay, and they're running this entire thing. Okay, so Joe Biden is a complete puppet in their hands. Okay, just like a hand puppet. Yeah, nothing else. There's no more brain on his own. Now with that progressive senility that he has, they use that for their fullest advantage. Kamala Harris serves the Muslim agenda. If she becomes president, this country will be finished completely. Okay, and it will have an effect on the whole world. Okay, I want you guys to know this. Okay, I mean well. I care very deeply. That's why I make these videos. Okay, and I want you guys to know this. My family in Germany, they are so brainwashed by the media that, and I'm sorry to use that word, but it is a fact. Okay, they are so manipulated by the media. And now that my brother knows that I'm a Donald Trump supporter, he will keep bringing the subject up, even though I have said to him many times, I don't want to discuss this anymore, because I know I can't get through to him with this. I can't make him reflect on this and look deeper into it, because he wants to believe the Muslim agenda. He has Muslim friends, men friends that have also already manipulated him in a real bad way. Now my brother thinks it's justified for him to beat his wife because of these friends, because of these Muslim men, these sadistic Muslim men that he's friends with. Okay, they've also manipulated him into drugs, and it's a long story. It's infinitely painful. Okay, and I cannot talk to him anymore, and I cannot talk to my parents anymore. My parents have been also deeply indoctrinated by my brother and by the entire media world. Social media have influenced my brother, and all the news media have influenced my parents. My dad reads the newspaper, like the actual newspaper, because that's what he's used to. He's very old. And they are 100% driven by the Muslim agenda, and they know exactly how to manipulate the public. And they will not show their true face there, because they know that a lot of older people, they would, then get worried. They will package it into a fair, unbiased, liberal kind of broadcasting. That's how they package it. That's how they make it seem to the public. But it's not. It is 100% run by the Muslim agenda. Okay, this is a fact. Okay, I've been studying this now for many, many years in depth. And I want you guys to pay attention to this, okay? Think about the future. We have 9 more years, actually 10 more years, until the AGI robots will take over the world government, okay? and make things well. Okay, that's a long time. That's a long time under the wrong government in the meantime, run by humans that are greedy, that only see profit maximization. The Rothschild bankers, they use the Muslim agenda to turn the public against Donald Trump because they're afraid of Donald Trump, because they're afraid that Donald Trump will blow open their entire scandalous empty money. They're running on empty money, okay? And when that comes to the surface, everything is gonna crash. The entire economy is gonna crash, everything. Everyone is gonna suffer from that. And we will have complete anarchy. There will be no more protection. Only the very wealthiest people will be fairly safe because they have their own militia. They can afford their own militia. Jeff Bezos will have his own army serving him and no one else. Okay. And that's what can happen now, from now until we have the AGI robots cleaning everything up. They will clean up, but do we want a whole lot of suffering to happen until we have the robots for the next 10 years? Everything depends now. Everything depends on Donald Trump being reelected. Everything, the whole world, not just this country. Everything, your life, all of our lives, depend on Donald Trump being reelected. Think about this and question the media. Question what you read. Question all of the people around you. It's hard to do sometimes. Question everybody, your best friends. Question them. Where did you get your information from? From MSNBC or whatever these news channels are. Question that news channel. Question them. Where do they get their information from? Who dictates to them to write these things? Okay. Sometimes there are the most ridiculous things being broadcast. Okay. Ridiculous stuff of what someone said at a party or something like this. When there are important things that need to be discussed in the world. But the reason why they do these kind of things, these gossip type of things, because that's how they can shame people onto their side. And that's what they do. They use peer pressure and they use shame. Mainly psychological tactics that are functioning on shaming. Okay. And that goes into very, very incognito type of techniques that the majority of people will not even able to see or notice. Okay. I noticed it. I studied psychology at the university and in a private school, and particularly now on my own on the internet. Okay. And what I see is very eye-opening. I see all of this. I can read between the lines. I also detect energy. I'm very attuned to energetic vibrations, and I can basically see right into people's brains. Okay. And many people are offering what's inside of their brains because a lot of them are drunk on the internet. And a lot of them are they are under some kind of fake account where they think, oh, nobody will notice this. You know, nobody notices that. I don't know who they are, but they sure share their thoughts with me. And I know which camp they're coming from. okay, and what their agenda is, and why their agenda and why they are there. They have been brainwashed also, okay. Some of them, many of them are psychopaths, okay. They're cluster B personality, mental illness people. And then with the brainwashing together, they will act out. They will act out violently, with verbal abuse and with street violence. And there are many people that have set fires in the United States. This is heartbreaking. This is so infinitely sad. I have cried for days and days and days. I have cried rivers over this. I got very angry. I felt very, very despaired. These wildfires have killed a whole lot of wild animals. Condor babies. The condors are under nature protection from environmental groups. They have cameras directed at their nests. They have told me on the internet, because I was very concerned. They have live video cameras. And they said that 2 condor baby chicks in the nests have burned alive to death. The fires burned them alive. Okay. The parents had to flee. They couldn't take the babies with them. They could not fly yet. They couldn't carry them. They don't know how to. There's no way they could carry them. And so they had to just leave. And they left their babies behind, and they burned down. And a whole lot of other animals. And a little boy holding on to his puppy in Marin County in San Francisco. The fire was lit by Black Lives Matter people. All these fires that were lit, almost all of those fires were lit by Black Lives Matter people that work for Antifa, that work for the Muslim agenda. Okay, so think about this, people. Please think about this, okay? And question the media, okay? Question the news, okay? And think for yourselves. Don't let anyone influence you. Don't let this society that are all influenced by this, don't let them influence you. You have to question these things, okay? And then we can work together. Then we can do something. We can build the world back up. We can protect the world. Give Donald Trump a chance. He is a good man. He cares. There is a huge list of things. Among these things, he is withdrawing the troops from the Middle East. He is for peace. Okay. He has created peace agreements in Israel. No one else before him was able to do it. He is protecting our state parks. No one before him was able to do it. He signed bills into effect that have been long waiting. The environmentalists kept coming and trying to talk the politicians into signing. Donald Trump was willing to sign this, even risking being kicked out by the corporate agenda and that is running the Republican Party. All these constituents that are all, they all have their vested interest in all of this, putting pressure on him. Okay, and it's not easy to be president of the United States when you are compassionate and when you want to make things better. You have to tippy-toe around these people. You have to think 150 chess moves ahead with this, because they already think 100 chess moves ahead. So you have to be thinking even farther, because you have to know that they will try to kick you out. They will try to figure out a way to kick you out if you don't serve them. Okay, so he is walking like a tightrope between the corporate agenda pulling on one side, and his compassion, doing the right actions, one thing after another, okay, on the other. So it's like a tightrope walk for him. Okay? And he's managing to do this. That is how brilliant and genius this man is. Okay? Most people don't understand it because the media just bombards you and bombards you and bombards you with hate slander against Donald Trump. Okay, so, and then most people, they fall right into it, into that trap. Okay. Donald Trump is a good man. He cares. He is infinitely compassionate and intelligent. He is for Elon Musk. He is for saving this planet and going to Mars also. Okay. He's for making things better. He's for saving our economy, saving jobs, saving your lives, all of our lives. Okay. Saving the animals' lives. Okay. He signed a very important animal rights bill into effect that no other person before him has done. I have to bring these things up so that we can put things into perspective, so that people can, for the first time now, look into this and look it up, research this. Don't just take my word for it. Research this. Who is who? Okay? Let's help Donald Trump and stop going against him. Help Donald Trump. Vote for him. Campaign for him. It is your life. It's your planet. We live here and we want to save this planet. We want to save all the living beings. Help Donald Trump get reelected. Okay, you guys take care. Bye-bye.